All right, so this is my seventh race at Miami, uh, and this is a very, very challenging one. Um, I have qualified 15th, which is not particularly good. I thought actually my pace during qualifying was pretty good, but as it turns out, I had bumped up and the strength of field was a bit stronger here, and so that saw me in 15th place. No problem. Maybe if the guy hadn't given me fourth place last race, I wouldn't have this problem, but here we are. So starting in 15th place, all the drivers are lining up on the grid and they are kind of radio checking with each other, and everybody's saying, hey, good luck, have a good race, let's keep it clean, let's get through the first turn without any problems. That's a bit of foreshadowing. So let's see what happens. I'm going to move myself back to my cockpit view first so you see it from my perspective. Here we go. Obviously, the first turn is usually the most dangerous, so I'm real careful here. Now, I have three monitors. A guy on my right just had a collision. Guys have collisions there.
Bro, what was that, man?
Remember, everybody was saying, hey, good luck. Let's have a clean race. There's a guy on my right. In these cases, I tend to be a little cautious.
Dude,
for exactly those reasons.
Are you guys retarded? Do you guys know how to use brakes? Like, seriously? Like, come on, bro.
I'm loving that it went from friendly banter, good luck, to people swearing at each other.
I go from the fucking front of the pack to the back of the pack because other fucking people ran me off the fucking road.
You gotta love it. You gotta have a thick skin when you're doing this and just laugh at people. I mean, look, the reality is nobody's life is on the line. Nobody's having to pay for any damage. It can be frustrating. It can be frustrating when you wait for an hour to get into a race. You do your qualifying. You're dedicating quite a bit of time. You do have points on the line. You have there is an investment, but I just find it's not worth getting too mad about.
Bro, how you fucking trying to pass right there? You're retarded.
Unless somebody.
It worked without touching anybody. Shut the fuck up.
Unless somebody.
I got off the fucking road to let you by.
Is actually.
It's called racing, bud.
It's called racing, bud. Unless somebody's actually trying to. Take somebody out, I don't get too mad about it. Or driving dangerously, weaving back and forth in front of you, that kind of thing. So, wow, real exciting initial start there to the race. And I have now moved up to 6th place from 15th at this point. Not a great exit there. I'm still trying to settle myself down after avoiding all those accidents. I really think one of the keys is just knowing that the accidents are going to come and being ready to avoid them. So that's why I'm probably limiting myself in terms of getting on the podium, because I'm not pushing as hard as I can right at the beginning. I'm playing it a bit safe. I'm waiting for the accidents to happen and then taking advantage of that and then trying to set my pace. You know what? I'm pretty happy with the way this race goes. This is a race that I feel I drove really well overall. I've made a few mistakes here and there, but also I was aware that my last race, I was pushing the ABS really hard. I was braking and turning so hard that I think I burned my tires out. So being aware of that, I'm being a little more cautious on my braking here. It was a good lesson for me, and I'm being a little more observant about how I'm turning. That's a pretty good exit right there. I'm really happy with this turn too. pleased with this exit. Like overall, driving pretty decent laps this early into the race. My last lap was a 2:11. This one comes in at a 1:59.227. So that's a pretty quick lap for me. Mind you, some of these guys that are in different splits than I am, some of the faster drivers, are driving in the 1:55s or 1:56s right now. But all things considered, I've really closed the gap from where I was to where I am now. It is currently Friday as I'm racing this race, and there's only 2 more days of this track before we go to Spa. And so I'm going to continue to do a few races here, but I'm going to begin practicing Spa for next week. But right now, this race, pretty happy. Pretty excited with how things have gone so far. I'm watching the people behind me. You can't see it on my screen here, but I have a little heads-up tracker that's showing me my relative speed to the person in front of me and behind me. I can tell that the people in front of me just have a pace that I'm not able to keep up with. I mean, let's not fool ourselves. We qualified 15th. We avoided accidents and got ourselves up to 6th place. So, sometimes you just let the race develop and let the people do it to themselves. Not a great exit there. Decent exit here. Let's see how much people are behind me. Still dropping back a little bit. So I'm sitting kind of squarely between 2 groups. I'm sitting behind a group that is racing pretty aggressively together, but they're not terribly tight yet. And I've got a group behind me of individuals that are pretty tight as well. One of the things in the game is you will get radio calls from your race engineer, and he will tell you, hey, there's been an accident behind you, or there's an accident in front of you. You heard him earlier say, hang to the left. So I'm just kind of, I keep checking my rearview mirror and seeing these guys in my rearview mirror. But at a certain point, I tell myself, stop worrying about the guys behind you. Focus on the guys in front of you and focus on your laps that you're setting. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping them behind me. I'm cognizant of my tires. I don't want the tires to wear out on the car too early. But we're holding a pretty good lap 4 here. I'm going to speed it up a bit as we go through lap 4. And one of the things that's going through my head at this point, like it was so intense in the first couple laps, I'm about here and I look down and I see I'm on lap 4 and I say to myself, I cannot believe it's only lap 4. Like, how am I going to survive 9 more laps? And then again, just get focused on what's in front of you and keep driving. Just keep driving the car. Looking behind me, getting some space between these guys behind me. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Obviously, they seem to get closer as you go into a turn, but as you enter the straightaway, they drift off a bit. Moving into the next laps, and I'm going to skip a couple laps here. We're now sitting at lap 9. There's 3 laps to go. Things have been going well. Nobody's passed me. I'm driving my own race. The folks in front of me are pretty in front of me. I've lost sight of most of them. I think on my telemetry thing, it's telling me he is about 8 seconds ahead of me. So I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to catch him. Maybe something will happen up front. You see them right there. But at a certain point, I do get a notification, probably right about there, that there's been an accident behind me. And now I don't see anybody behind me for a bit. Eventually, this guy creeps up behind me, but I'm able to just pick up my pace a little bit, and I'm keeping him about 5 seconds behind me on the straightaways. So I'm feeling like as long as I can continue to keep a bunch of clean laps, I'm not really going to have a problem. And I do through laps 11, 12, and finally lap 13, which is the final lap of the race. you'll be able to see just how far back he is. I think when I finished the race, he's about 4.5 seconds behind me. So you know what? Maybe I did belong up at the front of the back here, at least in 5th place. Obviously, I took advantage of people's mistakes, but that's racing, right? You can see that guy barely appear in the back as I pass the camera. Braking hard here, keeping it clean. And, you know, here's the other thing. From the last race, I learned how to manage my tires a little bit better. I burned through my tires last time. This time, towards the end of the race, I'm feeling it a little bit, but not nearly like I was the last one. That's a pretty decent exit there. Really wary of that wall on the right, and that's where people hit all the time. You see him come out there, but this is it. I mean, this is the last lap. I literally have 2 more turns, a hairpin, and then what I'd call a turn, but a turn onto the final. And I've got so much room on this guy, I'm not concerned about it while I even take it easy on the braking here. But again, I would say big lessons learned from last time to this time is managing my tires a bit more and just being aware where the accident's going to happen. And that's it. My 7th race at Miami. Couldn't be happier with the results of that one.